Hello class, so today we will be talking about stoichiometry. So in this video, we will have several parts, so I will be cutting each topic so that you would understand it better. So this is the first video for stoichiometry in quantitative chemistry. So let's start. So keep calm because stoichiometry is easy. It may sound very difficult at first, no? Pero it is easy as long as you practice yourself, especially in computations. So stoichiometry, stoichio is the Greek word for element, and metry means measurement. So stoichiometry is about measuring the amounts of elements and compounds that is involved in a reaction. So first, let's define the difference between an atom and a molecule, because this would be very helpful later on in our in this topic. So dapat familiar kayo dito sa meaning na to, okay? So atom is the basic building block of a matter. So alam naman natin tong lahat. We know that atom is composed of proton, electron, and neutron. As a review, back in our organic chemistry. So kung makikita nyo, this is an atom, no? So we have a neutron, proton, and electron. Basically, an atom is just one element itself. So for example, we have hydrogen. So this is already one atom of hydrogen. We have oxygen and magnesium. Molecule, on the other hand, it means that two or more atoms, so hindi lang isa, may kasama siya, are chemically bonded together. This can also be considered as a compound. So kung makikita nyo sa ating picture example here, we have a molecule of H2O or water natin. So we have an atom of hydrogen here, yung yellow, and another atom of hydrogen. So we have H2 and we have oxygen sa middle ng ating molecule. So yan, so they are chemically bonded. So let's look at the anatomy of a chemical equation. Okay. So here we have CH4 with 2 oxygen atom plus reacts to make carbon dioxide, which is CO2, plus 2 water molecule or H2O. So kung titignan po natin siya, so again, explain ko lang to, kaya ako naglagay dito ng illustration for you to understand better the difference between atom and molecule. So for example here, we have 1 CH4, no? Iisa lang siya, invisible yung 1. So, kaya iisa lang to. However, ang components niya, composition niya, meron tayong isang carbon. So, may subscript dito na 1, yung color black. And we have 4 atoms ng hydrogen. So, makikita niyo dito. Kaya naging CH4. 4 atoms ng hydrogen around the carbon. Here naman, we have 2 oxygen molecules. So, dalawang molecule. CO2 is composed of 2 atoms each. No? So, yan. Therefore, parang ang total composition niya ay 4 na oxygen. So, kung makikita nyo, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 atoms of oxygen. And here, on the other side of the equation, we have CO2. So, we have 1 carbon atom and we have 2 atoms of oxygen. So here we have dalawang molecule ng water natin. And ang total composition niya ay meron tayong dalawang oxygen. So, merong, again, invisible one dito. You can just easily multiply. And we have a total of 4 hydrogens. So, yung 2 natin dito, minultiply ko with the subscript, no? So, total is 4 hydrogen. So, again, review lang. Reactants. Sorry, I'll just move my camera. Yung reactants natin appear on the left side of the equation. So, ito yon. And we have the products, which is always on the right side of the equation. So, ang states natin, the states of the reactants and products are written in parentheses. So, pag may nakikita kayo na nakalagay doon sa right side of each compound, so that is the state of the given compound. So, for example, if this is letter L, it means na liquid state siya. So, in our case, we have a gas state here, no? And meron din tayong mga, we have 3 states, right? We have the solid, liquid, and gas. So, yan. So, pag may nakita kayong ganyan, it means na nasa gas state. Okay. Next part of our anatomy of the equation is the coefficients. So, yung coefficients natin, yan yung nasa unahan ng ating compound. So, for example, dito sa CH4, meron tayong invisible na 1 here. So, hindi lang pinapakita, pero meron po yung 1. So, it automatically means na 1 molecule lang siya. So, coefficients are inserted to balance the equation. So, kung mapapansin nyo dito, balanced out na siya. And coefficients also tells us how many molecules ang nasa ating chemical equation. So, here we have 2 molecules of oxygen, and here we have 1 carbon dioxide and 2 water molecules. So, yun yung ibig sabihin ng ating coefficients. So, next part is the subscript. So, subscripts tell the number of atoms of each element in a molecule. So, for here, as it is represented by a red font. So, yan yung nag-represent daw ng atom per molecule. Okay? So, per molecule. Okay. So, subscripts and coefficients give different information. So, subscripts tell the number of each element in a molecule, while on the other hand, ang ating coefficients tell the number of molecules or compounds. So, this is a given, we have a given chemical symbol here for you to understand better. Okay. So, we have H2O or water. So, ang meaning niya, we have 1 molecule of water. And ang composition niya is, of course, meron tayong 2 hydrogen atoms and invisible 1 oxygen atom. So, for second, you can answer with me habang ginagawa natin to or nire-review. We have, ang meaning niya is meron tayo daw 2 molecules of water. So, ganyan ang itsura niya. And ang composition niya, total composition is, we have 4 hydrogen atoms. So, minumultiply natin yung ating coefficient with the subscript. We get a total of 4 hydrogen atoms. And we have 2 oxygen atoms. Okay, so dito next example, Meaning natin dito, dahil wala tayong nakikitang kahit anong coefficient, automatically it means there is one molecule of hydrogen peroxide. So, ang total composition niya, we have 2 hydrogen atoms and 2 oxygen atoms. Okay. So, ito then, we will be reviewing the composition of chemical equation using our coefficients and subscripts. Okay, so ito din yung kanina kong pinakita. We'll do a practice. So, this is an example problem. Consider the chemical equation of 4NH3 plus 5O2 or oxygen yield to make 6 water molecules and 4 nitroxide. No? So, there are several numbers involved as you can see. So, what do they all mean? So, ipapractice natin po itong chemical equation na to. So, this is just the foundation of what we are going to discuss. No? So, kaya kailangan familiar na kayo dito. Okay. So, recall the use of coefficients and subscripts. So, again, we make the table here. So, we have the chemical symbol. So, kung makikita nyo, hindi ko sinama yung ating coefficients, no? So, we have NH3. Sulat nyo lang. We have O2. We have H2O and NO on the product side. Okay, so let's answer together. You may pause this video if you need to practice on your own kung may papel kayo. Okay, so ang meaning natin dito for the one in the box, isa-isahin natin. We have 4 molecules of NH3. Ibig sabihin po nito ang total composition niya. So here, dito ako tumitingin sa mismong equation, no, para mas madali siyang i-compute. So we have 4 nitrogen atoms and we have a total of 12. So saan nanggaling yung 12? We multiply the coefficient with the subscript. So we have 4 times 3, we have 12 hydrogens. So in illustration, ganito ang itsura niya. Kasi ang isang molecule ng NH3, ganito ang itsura, no? We have NH3. So, dahil merong 4 na coefficient, ibig sabihin, 4 na molecules siya. And, kung ito total nyo to, so, kung gusto nyo mag-long method, no, why not? If you really need to do the long method, kung saan iisa-isahin nyo yun. Pero, you don't need to do that kasi sayang yung oras. Okay, next on the equation, we have this 5 molecules of oxygen. So, if we compute kung ilan ang total of oxygen atoms niya, of course, we have 5 times 2, we have a total of 10 oxygen atoms. Next, we have 6 molecules of H2O. And if we compute for the total composition of our compound, we have 12. Tama ba? We have 12 atoms of hydrogen and 6 oxygen atoms. So, saan nanggaling yung 6 ni oxygen here? We have an invisible 1, so minultiply lang natin siya with 1. Next, we have 4. Ito na tayo sa last. Si NO. We have 4 molecules of NO here. And ilan ang kanyang nitrogen atoms? So, of course, we have 4. So, may invisible 1 dito. So, we have 4 nitrogen atoms and 4 oxygen atoms. Okay? So, that is the review of your chemical equation. So, next is we need to compute for molar mass. So, in this slides, the following slides are just a review on how you will compute for relative formula mass. So, if you remember this in our first module, madali lang siya. So, recall that chemical formulas have molar masses. So, here, ang hinahanap lang natin po for molar mass is per compound, no? Hindi kasama yung mga coefficient natin. So, just remember that, hindi kasama po yung ating mga coefficient. Kasi baka madoble kayo ng computation, magkakamali kayo. So, to find the molar mass of chemical formula, here. Okay, so to find the molar mass of a chemical formula, nag-move slide. Okay. To find the molar mass of a chemical formula, add the atomic masses of the elements forming the compound. Excuse me. Okay. So here, ibig sabihin lang nito, kukunin natin yung atomic mass ni nitrogen and then ni hydrogen in order for us to get the molar mass. For example, so of course, kailangan natin dito ng ating periodic table. So we need this periodic table. So kung meron kayo, I know you do have, please use it as a reference. Okay, so here, to find the molar mass, we get nitrogen. So, of course, we have 1 atom of nitrogen and 3 hydrogen atoms. So, si 14, saan ko po nakuha si 14? 14 is the atomic mass, no? So, i-zoom ko lang yung ating screen. So, ang atomic mass po natin ni nitrogen here, kung makikita nyo, is 14. So, gumamit ako muna, for examples, gumagamit ako ng whole number. No? Okay. Okay. So, of course, we compute this. Papakita natin yung answers later on. So, we compute this. We have 14 plus 3. So, that is 17. So, ibig sabihin, ang molar mass po ni NH3 natin is 17. So, papakita natin mamaya. Okay, next, we have oxygen here. Ang atomic mass ni... So, sulat nyo yung element. We have 2 atoms. So, 16 ang atomic mass. So, based sa ating periodic table. So, 2 times 16, we have 32. Okay. So, next, we have H2O. So, sinulat ko si H. May dalawa siyang atom times ang kanyang atomic mass, which is 1. So, we have 2 times 1 is 2. And then, ang oxygen natin, we have 1 atom. So, 1 lang yung nandito. And 16 ang atomic mass niya. So, 1 times 16 is 16. So, pinagsama natin, just add this 2. 16 plus 2 is 18. Okay. So, next, we have ang nitrogen natin and oxygen. So, may 1 lang silang invisible dito. So, 1 times 14 is 14. And 1 times 16 is 16. So, 14 plus 16 is 30. Okay? So, ito yung final answers natin. The final answer is, so yung molar mass natin, no? Ito yung relative formula mass. So we have NH3. Ang molar mass niya is 17 grams per molecule. And then si oxygen is 32 grams per molecule. Okay. And ang water natin is 18 grams per molecule. And NO natin is 30 grams per molecule. So technically, if we recall the chemical formulas that are balanced with coefficients, so alam nating lahat na ito na yung relative formula mass natin or molar mass. And if we look at the coefficients, ibig sabihin lang nito, 4 ang molecules ni NH3, 5 ang molecules ni oxygen, and 6 ang molecules ni water, 4 ang molecules ni NO, as represented by the purple color, no? So, sorry, natatakpan pala ng video ko. So, there. Okay. So, in stoichiometry, we found out that ang coefficients natin, yung purple, is 4:5:6:4. So, it do more than just as multiplying the atoms. We all know that 4:5:6:4, we can also call this as the mole ratio. So, technically, itong ating mole ratio, which is 4:5:6:4, it can either mean that there are 4 molecules of NH3 react with 5 molecules of oxygen, to produce 6 molecules of water and 4 molecules of NO. Or, so hindi lang basta yung molecules ang kanyang dinidefine, but also we can translate this as 4 moles of NH3 react with 5 moles of oxygen to produce 6 moles of water and 4 moles of NO. Okay? So, in our next video, I will be talking about unit conversion. So, I will stop this video here. And I hope you will proceed to the part 2, which is unit conversions of what stoichiometry really is all about. No? So, please wait for the video to be uploaded. Thank you.